Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video. The Irish Independent released an article yesterday. Is creatine safe? Linking creatine to the death of the rugby star Jonah Lumu. I don't even know where to fucking start with this. It basically is saying that for young people, I'll grab a clip from the article. Taking excessive dose of creatine may be dangerous and have an effect on kidney function. The best advice would be to certainly wait until you've reached physical maturity, and that young people shouldn't be supplementing with it. Okay. Firstly, before I go any further, I had this discussion last night with a couple of clients about the amount of misconceptions that are under creatine. Creatine is the most scientifically researched supplement on the market. It's the one that's proven to be the safest, and the one that's proven to be the most effective. Firstly, for a paper or journalist or any news media to come out and start going against creatine, jumping on the bandwagon, linking it to death because of kidney function, is absolutely crazy. I actually have done a chapter in my book on this, so it's really, really fresh in my head. Basically, what creatine does is creatine is a combination of three different amino acids merged together, and it forms creatine. Basically, what it does is it pulls water underneath the cells, so that you're able to move more weight, so you're going to be stronger, or that you can move the same weight you normally use for more reps, basically through cell volumization with water in the intake in the muscle. So basically how it works is, the best example I could give is, if you have a water bottle, and you have an empty water bottle, you're able to press down on that water bottle, and squeeze it and press it down, and it gives way. It gives way under pressure. If you think you're a muscle like a water bottle, basically if you fill the water bottle up, you try and press it down, you can't, because there's water underneath it. It's actually stopping you putting resistance down through it and cracking underneath you. That's basically what creatine does. It pulls water into the muscle so that you're stronger and there's more resistance there. So you're able to load it more and put more pressure on the muscle, which effectively is, again, leads to you lifting more weight because you can put more pressure, or doing more reps with the weight that you normally do, again, leading to more growth. That's basically effectively how creatine works. I understand where the misconception that creatine has an effect on kidney function. Basically, any excess creatine gets converted, it goes through the kidneys, and it gets converted over to creatinine. So there's a little bit of byproduct of creatine if you have kidney issues. To come out and say that creatine is dangerous for children or for adolescents and young adults because it's going to affect their kidney function is absolutely ridiculous. Unless you have a genetic disposition to having something wrong with your kidneys, or a friend of mine in college had only one kidney, so he obviously couldn't supplement with creatine because it's going to put more extra strain on it. He also had to limit his red meat. Anyone that says, oh well, I can't take creatine, and they fucking eat steak 5 times a week, where do you think creatine comes from? There's creatine naturally occurring in steak. So all these negative effects that you're getting from a supplement in creatine, you're going to get from red meat. So the same with people that have kidney dysfunction and kidney issues are going to have to limit the red meat because of the creatine and the creatinine and the effect that it has on the kidneys. All these misconceptions. I've heard every misconception from creatine makes you bald to creatine makes you angry. It doesn't. I had this exact discussion with someone yesterday, with 2 of my clients yesterday. Creatine does not make you angry. What's happened with creatine is it's the most demonized. Supplements and stuff are still pretty demonized, particularly in Irish culture. And it's like, oh, well, creatine's a steroid. So all the negative effects that happen with steroids have now been linked to creatine. Basically, if you are getting angry, when people supplement with testosterone and steroids and things like that, your androgen receptors can get like fired up, and that's why people get angry and get like roid rage on it. And that's, again, I would imagine if you're a dick, steroids are going to make you a super dick. They're not going to turn you from a nice person into an absolute dickhead. The same way as balding, the androgen receptors have a role to play on genetic predisposition to balding. So if you're going to go bald, steroids are going to speed it up. And somehow fucking creatine has been linked in with these side effects that steroids. Creatine has no effect on androgen receptors. It's fucking intramuscular. It's pulled into the muscle. It doesn't. Androgen receptors, you can see, because people that normally, if you're jumped up on steroids, you can see big massive fucking traps and things like that because of the androgen receptors in your traps. Creatine doesn't have any effect on that. So it can't. So if you're walking around and say creatine makes me angry, guess what? You're fucking angry normally. You know, if creatine's making you angry, then so is your red meat, so is your beef, so is your steak. You know, creatine's making you bald, guess what? You're going fucking bald. You know, so just when I see things like this in the media, no more than the fucking black pudding video I did a while back, it just drives me crazy because you're misinforming people with, particularly with a supplement that has been, millions has been put into this supplement to show that it works and its safety and its effectiveness, and it's a byproduct from fucking food. You can get it in your diet. You know, it's different with things that you can't consume through food. I have a little bit of skepticism on them because, like, well, your body doesn't naturally occur, it doesn't naturally make it, and you can't take it in from food. Fair enough. You know, always hold a reservation on those things. Creatine you can get from red meat. So hope this video helps. There's just some of the misconceptions done. I can, again, not a fucking doctor, but creatine did not kill Jonah Lumu unless he had a pre-genetic disposition to some form of kidney failure or some form of kidney issue, then maybe it did. But that's not been mentioned. They've basically just demonized creatine, saying that young adults and people shouldn't supplement it because it's going to kill you, basically. So I hope this video helps. Please like and share the page. Apologies for swearing way more than normal. But as you can see, it's a topic I'm pretty passionate about because it's just misinforming people with information. Hope the video helps.